Hey, how you doing out there? I was thinking about something kind of funny. I never thought of it this way until just I saw an article that said Fox, I guess, was getting upset with Star Trek, saying that they're even our entertainment is woke now. And me and Summer started laughing, and your mom started laughing about this because Star Trek's always been woke. I mean, by that definition, I mean, first interracial kiss on TV was them. They welcomed aliens to their ship. I mean, that was the whole thing was to go out and meet new world and new people. And Kirk welcomed any alien to his bed. So it was just, I mean, really saying that Star Trek is woke. They've been woke since the '60s by that definition. But the thing that's funny, kids, um, when I heard the term woke, I heard it didn't really resonate with me. It didn't make none. It doesn't sound like a bad thing. And I started thinking about it even more. How is being woke a bad thing? Now I know, people over the left, the right, call other people names stuff, but the big thing about the Republican Party, they love to say, and I'm not dogging the Republican Party. I'm just saying this is factual stuff you can look up in the history, kids. They're blaming the Democrats for being woke, and I don't understand how being woke is a bad thing. I mean, if I can see it being like he's asleep at the wheel. I've heard that term, sleeping at the wheel or sleep at the job. That'd be something to point out. And the funny thing, they always say, "My our president, current president is asleep or sleepy Joe." Well, how can you have both ways? You're sleepy Joe, but you're awoke and you're woke. I don't understand it. And I'm not trying to be funny. Well, I guess a little bit trying to be funny, but the whole woke thing, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why is waking up and looking and seeing the world for what it is a bad thing? Isn't by definition people who are mad at people who are woke saying that they should live in a fantasy instead? I mean, if you're woke, you see things for the way they are. If I'm asleep, I'm seeing purple unicorns jumping over mountaintops and slamming basketballs. That's what happens when you asleep. When I'm woke, I don't see purple unicorns. I don't see LeBron James wrestling Godzilla. I mean, so why would being awoke or woke a bad thing? And so, kiddos, when you look at this when you're older, look about the woke movement and see what you see. And it probably be well way better explained than I can explain to you, and better explained than I probably understand right now because I'm living through the moment. But again, as just a common person who understands English and understands idioms and little slang terms and slogans, I've never heard before this movement going on now. I've never heard being woken to something as a bad thing. I mean, maybe let's like you're getting surgery done, and then you wake up and be woke. That might be a bad thing. They put you underneath, they put you under, and then and you wake up while your chest is coping. I guess being woke then would be a bad thing. But being awoke while you're driving down the freeway, you fell asleep, woke up, that's a good thing. You get your job, say you work as a bank teller. It's no reason until you wake up, that's a good thing. You shouldn't be sleeping in those places anyways. But how is being awoke something that a whole political party can say is a bad thing and a sign that you're not whatever they're claiming you're not? I don't know. It's just weird. If I didn't live in this world, and maybe you guys can answer this question when you look at this video, if it's 10, 20 years ago, or maybe hopefully one day you show it to my grandkids. That'd be awesome. But ask the grandkids from the mouth of babes come the truth. You ask a 5-year-old who understands what's being awake and being asleep, ask them would they rather be awake at it's playtime. Do you want to be awake or asleep? It's time for cookies and ice cream. Want to be awake or sleep? You're going to school today. Do you want to be awake or sleep at school? I mean, no one's going to pick asleep. No, most won't. But even kids understand that being awake is not a bad thing. So I understand they're using it to point out people's beliefs about like transgender stuff, about other issues like immigration. I get that they're using it to point it out. But again, if anything, say Joe Biden or the Democrats are asleep at the wheel and this transgender movement is destroying the world. If they weren't asleep, they would see this. I can understand that. But if they weren't awoke, they would see. You only see when you're awake.
Even Matrix, wake up.
Yeah, even the Matrix.
Yeah.
Do you want to be asleep in part of a little energy cube, being human batteries for people?
Yeah.
I mean, the Matrix,
Wake
great
up.
movie back in the day. You can watch, look at the Matrix. But seriously, why would anyone want to be asleep? I don't understand that. So, anyways, I love you guys. God, I can't. Grandkids. Oh, I'm sure. I've really been thinking about it a lot. Not that I want you guys having kids. You guys way too young for me. Think about that. Don't even think about it. Even when you look at this video, if you're 25, don't think about it. Okay? Because one of you gonna have one. I only need one. Just small. I only need 17 or 18. So
We already got
one,
more kids.
one. Okay, whoever gets it done first, you might be in my will first, a little bit earlier in the will because I gotta take care of your child too. So, well, anyways, I love you guys and don't think about grandchildren. Get that off your mind. Bye. Love you.